And Scott, good evening to you. The standout today was a lithium producer.
Tomo, good evening. It was a really good day for lithium and for lithium producers in general.
OK, now the worst performer was health insurer NIB, dropping 11% after a strong profit result.
And that's a strange combination, isn't it? But as we've been saying during this earnings season so far, when you look at the expectations of the market and management commentary, sometimes they outweigh the profit numbers, and that was the case for NIB today. A combination, I think, of the market expecting a little bit more in that profit number, but also the business that was making a 9.6% margin, so almost 10% in the year just finished. Management's guiding for a 6% margin moving forward. That's a fall of about a third, so 40%. When that happens looking forward, the market tends to sell off, and that's why we saw the big fall in NIB shares today.
OK, now, Scott, Ampol was another to fall after releasing its profit. The company also confirming it's in the market for a New Zealand fuel retailer.
And this is a really interesting one, Tom. We've talked a little bit about management guidance for the current financial year and the performance of businesses in the current financial year. Companies like JB Hi-Fi delivered great profits but have a really tough first 7 or 8 weeks of the new financial year. That's the Ampol story as well. Both fuel volumes and shop sales down between 14 and 18% over the past 6 or 7 weeks. And that's really got investors worried about what the future might look like. Of course, we're not driving, we're not going to those stores. Add that to general retail malaise, and it's not a good result for Ampol, unfortunately, given what was like a very good result for the last financial year. OK, quite a few companies hitting a yearly high today, including the Aussie pizza maker taking on the world. Domino, so the hots for the box with the dots. It's been an amazing story, not only here in Australia, where they continue to grow. You kind of look 3, 4, 5 years ago, you think, well, how many more pizzas can Australians possibly eat? The answer ended up being a whole lot more. But they've also got businesses in New Zealand, in Japan, and of course, right across Europe, if you can believe it. They're actually selling Domino's pizzas in Europe and doing a really, really good job of it. Now, to be fair, the shares aren't super cheap anymore. On a price earnings multiple upwards of 50 times, there's a lot baked into the share price. But it's hard to complain when the company's delivering profit growth of 20% growth year on year in what otherwise should be a pretty pedestrian category. Domino's is getting it done, and as you say, another record high today. Keeps producing the goods. Now, they copped a big storm overnight. How is Wall Street looking in New York? Looking okay right now, Tomo. The tech stocks that really drove the growth yesterday, last night our time, and really helped our market today aren't growing quite so strongly, but the S&P 500 and the Dow up a third and almost 0.5% respectively. Hopefully that holds for their trading time tonight. Hopefully good news for us tomorrow morning as well. Scott Phillips, thank you.